Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville. A beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities. Great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And good evening, everybody. It's baseball time in Haysville one last time. Your division clinching champs, the Haysville Aviators versus the Andale Warhawks. Here's how the Warhawks will go. They're 5-28 under the direction of Alex Butterfield, Drew Rita, Mark Fawcett, and Blake Springer. Ryan Deering will lead it off and play left field. Blaine Wood will hit second. He's out in right field. Trace Maddox will be the designated hitter and hit third. In the cleanup spot will be Eric Williams. He will do the catching. Austin Bonnell will be over at third base and hit fifth. Chris Cornish will play first base and hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Thomas Beiswanger. He will be over at second base. Yeager Keyline will be at short. Rounding out the order in center field is R.J. Lara. Again, that's Deering, Wood, Maddox, Williams, Bonnell, Cornish, Beiswanger, Keyline, and Lara. That's how the Warhawks will go. Defensively for the Aviators, left to right in the outfield, be Hellberg, Gordon, and Candor. Schaefer over at third base. Sperling over at short. Stauffer at second base. Stevens over at first. Doing the catching is Ridge Stevens, and on the hill, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, a right-hander, Bruce Burstra. So that's how your lineups will go today. Hot one today here in Haysville for the season finale. 98 degrees, heat index of 104. Wind is blowing hard at 20 out of the south. It's a warm one. Grandpa used to say it's hotter than a snake's hind end in a West Texas wagon rut. So I cleaned it up for all prosperity. But we're glad to have everybody with you. Glad to be back. Been a while since we have been on. Aviators are your division champs. They will take on Cheney. Best 2 out of 3 starting next Monday. More on that later. First pitch to Deering is swung on and missed. Just got a piece of it. Deering out of Columbia Basin. 283 on the season. Steps in from the left side. Pretty upright stance. And the left fielder. That is popped foul. That'll just get out of play. Wind kind of held that one up. Defensive folks need to be aware of the wind today. It is blowing hard. The dirt's blowing. Last time the dirt and the wind blew this hard, everybody went to California. 0-2. That's into right field. Candor back into his right near the track and will haul it in for out number 1. Deering with a good charge, and he will come up empty and have a seat. There's one away. That'll bring up Blaine Wood out of Doane University. 258 on the season. Right fielder. And he will hit from the right side. First pitch to him from Burstra is high. This is game number 7 in appearance for Burstra. 4 starts, 25 innings of work. 1-0, almost hit him inside. Burstra's given up 40 hits, 30 runs. He's walked 5 and struck out 17. And an ERA just north of 8. 2-0. That is outside, I believe. Umpire looked like he thought about calling that one a strike, but Stevens unable to manage it. Kind of hard to call it a strike if you don't catch it. 3-0. That's high and away. And a 1-out walk to Wood.
Now batting number 17, Trace Maddox.
This will bring up Trace Maddox. No stranger to this ballpark. This was his home high school field. Just finished up a nice career at Pratt Community College. Not sure where he is headed next. He will step in from the left side. Very few at-bats this season for Maddox, but he is hitting .444. And that's in there at the knees. He's had a nice last 7 days. He's had 4 hits in the last 7 days. Maddox in the designated hitter spot. That is popped up left side. Sperling going back. In comes the left fielder. That would be Hellberg. Near the line, he will go to a knee and haul it in. That was one of those in-betweeners, but stayed up for a long time. Hellberg ran it down, and they're 2 away.
Now batting number 37, Eric Williams.
That'll bring up the cleanup guy, Eric Williams, out of Hutchinson Community College. Catching tonight, 271. Nice numbers on the season. He will step in from the right side. Runner at first base, just underway here in Haysville. Hot and windy night. If you're in the area, still time to come out of here. Free admission, and there are concession stand specials. Hot dog with a side of blowing dirt. That is on the outside. Oh, in there for a strike. Caught the outside corner. Good pitch there by Burstra. No balls and a strike. And they're 2 away. Wood at first. Good lead over there. Nice change of pace from Burstra. And Williams in a hole 0-2. Probably going to see a lot of guys tonight. Aviators have clinched. They will be off until next Monday night. That is foul straight back. Count remains 0-2. Warhawks 3-7 in their last 10. They come in hitting .211 as a team. They're giving up 7.5 runs a game. Swung on and missed. Another nice change of pace from Burstra. And that'll do it for the Warhawks. We've played a half from Haysville, no score. We'll be right back for the bottom.
Annual golf tournament on August 17th. It'll be $100 per person, $400 per team.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's how your division championship team, Haysville Aviators, will go. Thomas Stevens will lead it off and play first base. Charlie Gordon will be in center field. Hitting third will be Deshaun Reynoso. He will be the designated hitter. Keaton Candor will be in the cleanup spot and play right field. Hitting fifth will be Jake Schaefer. He'll be over at third base. Drew Hellberg will be in left field and hit sixth. Hitting seventh, the catcher, Ridge Stevens. Sterling Sperling will hit eighth and play shortstop. And rounding out the order will be Owen Stauffer. He will be at second base. Again, your Haysville order: Stevens, Gordon, Reynoso, Candor, Schaefer, Hellberg, Stevens, Sperling, and Stauffer. Aviators 21-12 on the season, coached by Lance Spongeberg and Mitch Kellogg. Defensively for the Warhawks, left to right in the outfield will be Deering, Larry, and Wood. Bonnell over at third, Keyline at shortstop. Beiswanger at second base, and Cornish over at first. Doing the catching will be Williams, and Garrett Whitley out of Dickinson, Texas, a left-hander, will do the pitching. Here is Thomas Stevens, hitting .320 on the season out of Crowley, Louisiana. He has been on fire. .571 in the last 7 days with 12 hits, 3 doubles, a couple of home runs, and 5 RBIs. And he takes a big hack at the first one and fouls it straight back. So it's 0-1. Talked to him earlier, and he said that the baseball looks about the size of a beach ball. 0-1. And swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Aviators hitting .273 as a team, a little bit below that in the last week, only .256. 0-2 just gets a piece of it, and nice hands by Williams. And that is a rare time that Stevens is retired, and there's one away. First strikeout today for Whitley. Whitley has appeared in 10 games, 7 starts. Quite the workhorse this summer, 48 innings of work. He's given up 48 hits. 36 runs, 13 walks, 26 strikeouts, and an ERA of 4.28. So good numbers there for Whitley. And here's Charlie Gordon. Takes outside, ball one. Gordon out of Alvin, Texas. Home of Nolan Ryan. And the 1-0 is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Two O's foul back, 2-1. Charlie in center field tonight. Aviators giving up about 4 runs a game. The last 7, they've given up close to 7. That is fouled on the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We're in the bottom of the first. Andale and Haysville, no score. Here's the 2-2 from Whitley. Off-speed pitch upstairs. And it's 3-2. Whitley, not an overpowering pitcher, does work fast. And that's high. And Charlie's aboard with one out. So bring up the designated hitter, Dejan Reynoso, out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. 324 on the season. That hitting over 400 with 6 hits in the last 7 days. Charlie with a good lead over there. Whitley with the sign. Here it is. He goes. Off-speed pitch outside, and he'll steal it without a throw. Good jump by Charlie. He got that one off Whitley. Runner at second base now with one away, bottom of first. That is fisted foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Season finale for both clubs. Aviators will move on to championship week next Monday at X Stadium. They will play a best 2 out of 3 with Cheney. That is into right field. That'll get down. And they're going to send a runner. Charlie had to wait just a second, but he scores easily to make sure it got down. So Charlie's in there, and the Aviators lead it 1-0. So credit Reynoso with an RBI. Throw did go through. Not sure why Dejan's not at second base, but I'm sure they'll talk about that later. Nonetheless, here is Keaton Candor out of Merrill, Iowa. One away. Haysville leads it 1-0. That's high. Candor, good numbers, 276. Does have a home run. Hit it at X Stadium. That is swung on and missed. He was thinking 63rd Street on that one. And it's 1-1. Lance Spongeberg down in the third base box. Mitch Kellogg over at first. And a throw over. Not sure that's Whitley's best move. One ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Bottom of first. That is popped to left. Deering coming in, making the call. And we'll haul it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 32, Jake Schaefer.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Jake Schaefer, out of La Crescenta, California. 234. Tall drink of water. He will step up with 2 away. Reynoso at first. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Catches the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Aviators 21-12. They have clinched the Sunflower Collegiate League East Division. That is bounced to the shortstop. And Keyline up with it, goes a short way, and that'll do it for the Aviators. We've played 1, Aviators get 1, and they lead it 1-0. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
And welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Aviators lead at 1-0.
Leading off for Andale, number
It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Andale. It'll be Bonnell, Cornish, and Beiswanger. 13 pitches for Bruce Burstra in the first inning. Coach Chemnitz at Wichita State would be very happy with that. That was the number that he always had his guys shoot for. Bonnell 258 on the season out of Coffeyville, and he takes a strike. Third baseman tonight steps in from the right side, 0-1. That is, looked like a straight change, had some nice movement on it, catches the outside corner, and Burstra ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. We're in the top half of the second. Still time to get out here. That's in the dirt. Not the best of 0-2 pitches from Burstra. And it's 1-2. Here's a 1-2. That's just a bit low. And that'll even it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind out of the south at 20. That's blowing straight out to left. Pitchers will need to be careful today. 2-2. That is bounced foul. Burstra had Bonnell out on his front foot on that one. Count remains 2-2. Andale lost to the Sluggers yesterday 8-2. Derby beat El Dorado 15-9. Newton beat Mulvane 9-1. And Great Bend took care of Hutch 9-2. That was yesterday. Popped up right side. Looks like Stevens over in foul ground. He will mosey towards the line and haul it in. And they're 1 away.
now batting number 29, Chris Cornish.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Chris Cornish. Out of Tuscaloosa University. And he swings through a first one. And it's strike 1. 0-1. 215 on the season. And that is drilled to center. Charlie back and to his right. It'll get over his head. So Cornish around first. He will cruise into second base with a stand-up double. And Andale has something cooking here in the top of the second with 1 away. A runner at second base.
Number 24, Ethan Bergkamp.
That'll bring up Thomas Beiswanger. Beiswanger, the second baseman today, out of Dodge City. Looks like the umpire's going back to straighten it up. There was a last-minute scratch. We moved some players around. Well, I didn't, but Andale coach moved some folks around. Not sure the word made it to the press box, but we're all dialed in now. 1 away, runner at second base. Top of the second. Todd and Chris with you. That's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Nice block there by Stevens. Bonnell led it off, popped out to the right side. Cornish with a double. And you're up to date. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Burstra usually has pretty good commands. Only walked 5 all year long. And the pitch. That's low. 3 straight balls to Cornish. Actually, that's Beiswanger. And the pitch right down the middle. And it's 3-1. 1 away. Aviators got 1 in the bottom. And they lead it 1-0. Hot one today, 98 with a heat index of 104. Off-speed pitches misses high and away. So the second walk issued by Burstra.
Now batting number
bring up the shortstop, Yeager Keyline, out of Young Harris College. 127 on the season. He'll step in from the left side, first and second. And that is into left field. That'll get down. They will send the runner. Here's the throw. It'll be cut off. And the throw to the plate. Got him. And the throw back to third. Not in time. Throw was cut off by Schaefer at third base. He made an exchange that was very, very quick. Threw home. Got the runner at home. That would have been Cornish. And the coach for the Warhawks out of the dugout, not a happy man. And he was also out at third too, but we won't get into that. We were right on top of that play. That's where our broadcast position is, right by third base. So he did have him. Umpire was unable to see our vantage point. Nonetheless, Cornish is out at home, and they're 2 away. The key to that one was Schaefer's relay throw. He made a very quick exchange and threw a strike to home. So Keyline with a base hit. Beiswanger over at third. It's first and third. And here's Lara. Inside, just missed. Ball and no strikes, 2 away. Warhawks with runners at first and third. And the 9-hole man. Lara hitting 159. Just gets a piece of it. And it's 1-1. Not sure where Lara is out of. If anybody happens to know, give us a tweet at Hook Bats. That is bounced to the right side. High hopper for Stouffer. Over to first in time. And the Aviators are going to get out of it. Andale's going to strand a couple. And we've played 1.5. Aviators 1, Andale nothing. We'll be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages. In a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second. Aviators lead at 1-0. And it will be 6, 7, and 8 for the Aviators. It'll be Hellberg, Stevens, and Sperling. Hellberg 182 on the season out of Paris, Texas. He'll step in from the left side. Left fielder tonight. Left on left matchup. 17 pitches for Whitley in the first inning. He gave up a run and struck a man out. That is down the line in there for a base hit. So Berg around first. And Deering up with it quickly. Gets it in. Holds him to a single. And the Aviators have the leadoff man aboard. Stevens hitting 196 out of Tushka, Oklahoma. On his way to Fort Hays State this fall. Doing the catching. Throw over, and Berg back in there. And the first pitch low and away, and it's ball 1. Pretty good crowd on hand, at least the Aviators side. Smattering of folks from Andale. Still time to get out here if you're in the area. No admission charge. That is bounced left side. Shortstop Keyline up with it, over to second for one. Back to first, not in time. Stevens got down there in a hurry. Hellberg is erased, and there's one away. It'll be Sterling Sperling now, 208 on the season, out of Lincoln, California. Right-hander shortstop. First pitch is outside, ball one. Aviators hitting 273 on the season and 256 in the last 7 days. They have won 7 of their last 10. Been giving up more runs than you'd be comfortable with, giving up over 7 runs a game in the last week. 2-0 and a good hack. And it's 2-1. Derby Twins ended up in second place, 1.5 games out of first place. Newton in third, and 5 games out. 3 balls and a strike now to Sperling. Appreciate everybody tuning in this year. We really enjoy bringing these to you. Glad that you're able to get some eyes on your kids. Oh, that is deep. Will it stay fair? That's the question. And foul. Well, that went over 63rd Street, but foul. Sperling just got it out on the end a bit. They will find that in planting season. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And Stevens at first base. That is bounced. Shortstop up with it. Over to second for 1. Back to first in time. And that'll do it for the Aviators. We have played 2. Aviators lead at 1-0. We will be right back.
A beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities. Great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the, the top of the third. And it'll be the top of the order for Andale. They trail the Aviators 1-0. It'll be Deeringwood and Maddox. Defensive change for the Aviators. Chris Robinson into play shortstop for Sterling Sperling. Appeared to have come up a little bit lame on that last run to first base. He is walking it off as we speak. First pitch swinging. That is to Stouffer. Over to first in time. And Deering is retired, one away.
Now batting number 20, Blaine Wood.
That'll bring up Blaine Wood. Walked in the first and was stranded. Right fielder hitting .258. Second look at Burstra. In there for a strike. Still very windy here at the ballpark. That is into center field. Charlie Gordon. And it drops. Looked by a little bit of miscommunication between Gordon and Hellberg out there. That is caught 99.9% of the time. Not sure why that one dropped, but Blaine Wood is aboard. That'll bring up Trace Maddox. Flew out to left field last time up. Big left-hander. And that's low. 1 ball and no strikes, 1 away. Deering led it off, bounced out to the right side on the first pitch. Blaine Wood got one to drop into left center, and he's aboard. That's in there for a strike. Pretty good shot by Burstra. Painted the inside corner. It's 1-1. Maddox 4 base hits in the last week. Very limited plate appearances for him. Off-speed pitch. That's foul straight back. He was all over it, and it's 1-2. Today around the league, Great Bend's at Derby. Sluggers are at Newton. Cheney's at El Dorado. And Mulvane is at Hutch. That is driven to center. Gordon back to his left near the track, and he will haul it in. And they're 2 away. Maddox hit it a long way. Big ballpark here in Haysville. 335 down the line, 375 in the alleys, and 400 plus in center, and that's where he hit it. That's going to be out of a lot of ballparks. 2 away. Here's Eric Williams. 0 for 1 today, struck out in the first. .271 at the start of the day out of Hutch Community College. Pretty good lead over there by Blaine Wood. And the pitch swung on and missed, completely fooled. Nice change of pace there from Burstra. Second time through, we'll see what adjustments Andale makes. That is right down the middle, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, and it's in the dirt. Luke Hempel getting loose in the Aviator bullpen. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away. And that one misses just a bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Season finale for both clubs. Andale will be done. Trying to get win number 6 tonight. They are 5-28. That's in the dirt. And after having Williams 0-2, Burstra runs it to full. So Wood will be off with the pitch. And it's in the dirt. And the third walk issued of the ball game by Burstra.
Now batting number 15, Austin Bonnell.
Here's Austin Bonnell. Hitless today, 0 for 1. Popped up to the right side in the second. .258 on the season. Coffeyville Community College. And the big third baseman will step in. And the pitch is driven to center. Charlie's right there. He'll take a step back and haul it in. And that'll do it. So Andale We'll strand a couple. We've played 2.5. Aviators 1, Andale nothing. We'll be right back.
Start time.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. We go to the bottom half of the third. Aviators lead at 1-0. Whitley out for inning number 3. He will face the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. Actually, it'll be 9, 1, and 2. It'll be Stauffer, Stevens, and Gordon. Here's Owen Stauffer out of Warville, Ohio. 160 and about 25 at bats this summer. Second baseman tonight's been very busy. Shows bunt and takes a strike. Cheney won the West Division. They were 29 and 5. They will face off against your Aviators next Monday. That is backhanded by the shortstop. That is Keyline. Over to first, not in time. That'll be a base hit for Stauffer. And he's 1 for 1.
Now batting number 10, Thomas Stevens.
Ball was just way too far in the hole. Good stop, though, by Keyline. Just wasn't able to get enough on it. Here's Thomas Stevens, 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Crowley, Louisiana, 320. 571 in the last 7 days. And Stauffer off with a pitch, and he will steal it without a throw. So a runner at second base and nobody out. 0-1 on Stevens. That's low. Well, now the scoreboard says 2-0. Runner goes. And Stauffer down to third. Whitley does not seem to be too interested in holding runners tonight. He's thrown over to first a couple of times, but the pitcher has a responsibility to get those runners stopped before he goes home. Not doing it. And that'll be a walk to Stevens.
Now batting number 20, Charles Gordon.
That'll bring up Charles Gordon. Charlie walked in the first and scored, stole a base. 2:29 at the start of the day out of Alvin, Texas. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And we're in the bottom half of the third. Aviators cling to a 1-run lead. Pitch, that is fisted foul down the right side, and it's 0-1. Aviators have won 7 out of their last 10. That is bunted foul. Charlie thinking about bunting for a base hit. He's down on the count 0-2. Swinging a pretty pink bat. Not too many places you can get a pink bat. I know a place. 0-2, high and away. And it's 1-2. And the 1-2 floats outside, and it's 2-2. Stauffer at third. He led it off with a base hit, stole a couple of bases. Stevens at first with a walk, and you're up to date. That is swung on, foul straight back. We're the only game at the complex tonight, so it's nice and quiet, which is a good thing. Two balls and two strikes. Swung on and missed. Looks like Whitley reached back for a little bit more and threw it by him. And that's his second strikeout of the night. And they're one away. So bring up Dejan Reynoso. 1 for 1 tonight. 3:24 at the start of the game. Credited with an RBI in the first. Runner goes. They're over to first, and they got him. So over to first, back to second base, and the run will score. So Stevens is caught stealing. And they're 2 away. 2-0 now, Aviators. So it looked like Stevens was going on first movement, and Whitley decided to throw over and caught him. So that will go 1-3-4. And the 1-0 is low. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 away now. Bottom half of the third. Aviators now lead it 2-0. It's in there for a strike, 2-1. Every now and then Whitley will reach back and go to a different gear. A little more velocity. 2-1. Swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. Reynoso out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Had a nice career at Chesapeake University last spring, both he and his brother. 2-2, swung on and missed, and a fastball gets him. So that'll do it for the Aviators. They get 1 in the third, and we've played 3. 2-0 Haysville. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. Go to the top of the fourth. Aviators lead it 2-0 over Andale. New pitcher for the Aviators, number 24, Luke Hempel, right-hander out of Glendale Community College, will come in. He will face 6, 7, and 8 of the Andale order. It will be Cornish, Beiswanger, and Keyline. Numbers on Hempel in just a moment. First pitch in there at the knees. Cornish doubled in the second. He's 1 for 1. Out of Tusculum University. And the 0-1. High hopper to the shortstop Robinson. He will retreat, get it, and high. We'll see how they score it. That was kind of a high hopper. They will give him an error. And Cornish is aboard. He will be awarded second base. Somehow or another, the throw got hung up. I'm not sure where. Not sure the throw left the ballpark. I don't understand, if the guys aren't in the dugout and the throw goes into the guys, why does he get an extra base? They're not in the dugout where they're supposed to be. Oh well. They'll explain it to me when I'm older. Here is Thomas Beiswanger. That misses high and away. Walked in the second and was stranded. Out of Dodge City. Cornish at second base. That is just over the head of Robinson into left field. They will send the runner, and the throw is up the line. And Andale is on the board. 2-1 now, Aviators. So Beiswanger into second base. Here's Jaeger Keyline. 6th appearance for Hempel this summer. 4 starts, 21 2/3 innings of work, 19 hits, 17 runs, 14 walks, 20 strikeouts, and an ERA of 4.99. Keyline takes a hack at the first one, fouls it back, strike 1. Cornish led it off with a high hopper to the shortstop Robinson. Ball went high, and Cornish was awarded second base for some reason. That's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beiswanger singled to left, and the throw was up the line, and it's 2-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. And it swung on, just gets a piece of it, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, nobody out, 1 run across for Andale. Monday night, 10 o'clock at X Stadium. Aviators will play game 1 against the Cheney Diamond Dogs. They're the East Division champions. The West Division champions. Throw behind, and Beiswanger just in there. Pretty good shot by Ridge Stevens. So game 1, best 2 out of 3 with Cheney, beginning 10 o'clock on Monday night at X Stadium. Game 2 will be 7:30 Tuesday, and if game 3 is necessary, it'll be immediately following. So get you some sleep. Here's the 2-2. That is into left field. That'll fall. They will send the runner, and the throw is cut off. And we're all tied up. Bottom third of the order for Andale doing a job. Four hits for the bottom third. Here's R.J. Lara. Hitless tonight, bounced out right side, shows bunt, gets it down. Third base side. Pitcher fields, up with it. Over to first, gets him by an eyelash. Good play by Hempel. Fields his position very well. And they're 1 away. Sacrifice is successful. Top of the order, here's Ryan Deering. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Runner at second base, 1 away. 2 runs across. We're tied. That hit him. So Hemphill takes over for Bruce Burstra, who throws 3 scoreless. Here's Blaine Wood. 1 for 1 with a walk. 2:58 at the start of the day. First and second now 1 away. Only good news about that hit by pitch, double plays in order. Off-speed pitch is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hemphill, a right-hander out of Glendale Community College. And a 1-0. Just missed upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away. Top of the 4th, we're all tied at 2. Aviators got 1 in the bottom of the 1st, and again another one in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 runs here in the top of the 4th for Andale. 2-0. That's a fastball, foul straight back. It's 2-1. There will be a wild card game, a couple of wild card games. One starting at 5 and the other one 7:30 on Monday. Those teams are battling for entry into week 1 of the NBC. That is down for a base hit. Everybody had to hold up, making sure it got down. And they're loaded.
Now batting number 17, Trace Maddox.
3 base hits and a hit by pitch this inning. Here's Trace Maddox with the bases loaded. 6 hits so far for Andale. That is bounced right side. And Stevens will take it himself. A run will score. And a productive at bat for Trace Maddox. And credit him with an RBI. Keyline will score. And Andale takes the lead 3-2.
Now batting number 37, Eric Williams.
Here's Eric Williams. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Struck out in the 1st. 271 at the start of the day. 2nd and 3rd now. And the off-speed pitch is low. Ball and no strikes. 2 away. That's in the dirt, smothered nicely by Stevens. 2 balls, no strikes. Wind appears to be dying down. Sun beginning to set. Starting to get very comfortable. That's at the knees on the outside corner. 2-1. Williams not so sure. 2 balls and a strike. 2 away. And the pitch. That's high and away. 3-1. Hemphill will take a walk, collect himself, and he's ready to go. First base is open. 3-1. That is on the outside corner. Good spot. And it's 3-2. We'll see if Hemphill can make a pitch and get out of the inning. Pitch number 18 coming for Hemphill. 3-2. That is drilled to center field. That'll get down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Charlie up with it and will hold Eric Williams to a single. Five to nothing now, Andale.
Now batting number 15, Austin Bonnell.
Ninth man to bat in the order. Here's Austin Bonnell.
Hold on.
Huh?
Give me like 5.
You're right, it is 5-2. If you want to be technical, the Aviators have not scored any this inning, so it would be 5-0 this inning. Just being technical. Now you math guys are. 2 away, runner at first. And the pitch to Bonnell in there for a strike. 0 for 2 tonight out of Coffeyville. Ninth man to bat in the order. Five runs across so far for Andale. Off-speed pitch misses wide, and it's 1-1. Burster started the game and threw 3 scoreless. Actually faced 5 hitters in 1 inning. And 4 the other. And 4 in the first. 1-0 in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1, 2 away. Pretty good lead over there by Eric Williams. That's swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. Andale 5-28 on the season. 7 hits tonight. Each club has an error. Two. That is foul straight back. That was a bit up. That might have been ball 3. Bonnell took a hack nonetheless. I think they have 25-cent popsicles tonight. And we're stuck down here. If you're in the area, come on out. No admission. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's way up. 3-2. Hempel trying to keep the Warhawks from batting around here in the 4th. Wind freshens a bit out of the south. Throw over to first, and he got him leaning. So Williams will be picked off they're at first base, and that'll do it for Andale, but they get 5. We played 3.5. They lead at 5-2. We'll be right back.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 4th. Andale with new life. They now lead it 5-2. They got 5 in the top of the 4th. 4, 5, and 6 for the Aviators. It'll be Candor, Schaefer, and Hellberg. Whitley out for inning number 4. 44 pitches through 3. He has settled in nicely. Gave up a run in the first and the third. First pitch to Candor. Off-speed pitch. He's about a week early on that one, and it's 0-1. Candor 0 for 1. Flew out to left field in the first. 276 on the season. And another off-speed pitch. That was up. That was a mistake. And Whitley got away with it. 0-2 now. Candor out of Merrill, Iowa. Off-speed pitch. Just missed outside. Got to think he might have got that one if Williams able to hold on to it. Looks like he painted the outside corner. That was one of those backdoor varieties. And the 1-2. Off-speed pitch, swung through it. And that'll do it for Candor.
Now batting number 32, Jake Schaefer.
Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Whitley. Here's Jake Schaefer. Hitless tonight. Bounced out to short in the first. Schaefer, a right-hander, out of La Crescenta, California. First pitch to him. That's way upstairs. And it's 1-0. And the 1-0 sails high. Might have been throwing that one at the bull. Two balls, no strikes. We're in the bottom half of the fourth. Outside 3-0. Aviators trail Andale 5-2. Andale got the Aviators early in the season. That's in there at the knees, 3-1. This is it for the Warhawks for the season. 3-1. That is fisted foul. Three-two, driven to right field. Wood back, going back. That's over his head. That'll be all the way to the track. And Schaefer in there with a stand-up double.
Batting number 4, Drew Hilbert.
Not sure Wood would have had a chance, but his first step was not back. He was in. In Wood's defense, he is looking right into the setting sun. That would have been a good play. Schaefer's at second base with one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Drew Helberg. Left on left matchup out of Paris, Texas. And swings at the first one. And it's 0-1. Candor led it off with a strikeout. Schaefer with a double. And you're up to date. Whitley with an off-speed delivery. And in there at the belt. 0-2. Whitley, a pretty fast worker. That's swung on and missed. Corralled by Williams. He'll throw down to first. And a throw to third. Air mails the third baseman. And Schaefer will score. So Schaefer forced the issue going to third. Schaefer forced the issue going to third, and the hurry throw by Cornish sailed high. And the first pitch to Chris Robinson, who came in for Sterling Sperling. Actually, this is Rich Stevens. My apologies. And it's 1-1. Stevens 0 for 1, bounced out in the second out of Tushka, Oklahoma. That is to the shortstop, and his key line. He'll throw across his body over to first in time. That'll do it. Aviators will strand one. Actually, they will not strand anybody. And we have played 4. Aviators 5, Warhawks 5, Aviators 3. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back to the top of the fifth. And it's now 5-3 Andale. Cornish and Beiswanger. Connor Schmitz now taking over on the mound. This will be the third arm of the night for the Aviators. This will be his third appearance. 4 2/3 of work. 4 innings and 2/3 this year. He's given up 8 hits, 3 runs, a walk and 4 strikeouts, and 5.79 ERA. So Schmitz, the right-hander, will take over. And Bonnell swings through the first one. And it's 0-1. Bonnell out of Coffeyville Community College. He's 0 for 2. Schmitz going to start over. 7 hits for Andale, 4 for the Aviators. Off-speed pitch floats in there. And it's 0-2. Schmitz loses his hat. It's a windy day tonight, folks. Folks do need a chin strap. I'd probably need one if I didn't have a headset on. 0-2. That's in there for a call strike, so Bonnell will watch it. And the first strikeout for Schmitz.
Now batting number 29, Chris Cornish.
One away, here's Chris Cornish. 1 for 2, reached on an error in the fourth, doubled in the second. And he takes one inside, ball 1. Cornish 2:15 at the start of the day. And that's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Didn't miss by much. Here's a 2-0 fastball. That is fisted foul, out of play. Two balls and a strike, 1 away. Bonnell led it off and struck out looking. That's high, 3-1. Wind still blowing pretty strong out of the south. Still up around 20. 3 balls and a strike, swung on and missed. Good fastball there from Schmitz, and it's 3-2. Pretty windy on the way over. I was passed by a tumbleweed on the turnpike. 3-2. That is foul straight back. Not sure where a tumbleweed would put the pike pass sticker, but three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We're in the top of the fifth. 5-3 Andale. Off-speed pitch is outside, and he'll walk him. So a walk and a strikeout for Schmitz since coming in for Hemphill. Burstra started it, went 3, scoreless. Hemphill through the fourth, gave up 5. And Schmitz here in the third. Thomas Beiswanger now, out of Dodge City. 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. That is to the third baseman. Schaefer backhands second for 1. Back to first! Got him. So the Aviators turn it and get out of it. And we've played 4.5. 5-3 Andale. We'll be back.
Are you ready?
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 5-3 Andale. It'll be 8-9-1. It'll be Chris Robinson, Stauffer, and Stevens. Chris Robinson getting his first look at Whitley, out for inning number 5. That is fisted, cut off by the third baseman over to first in time. And 1 pitch and 1 out. So 59 pitches through 4 innings. Pretty good work there by Whitley. So Robinson came in for Sperling, who came up a little lame running down to first. Here's Owen Stauffer, 1 for 1 today, couple of stolen base and a run scored. And the first pitch to him. Tried to check his swing, went around, and it's 0-1. Stauffer out of Orrville, Ohio. Limited time, 160 on the season. That is fisted. And the first baseman, Cornish, will gather it in, and they're 2 away.
Now batting number 10, Thomas Stevens.
Top of the order, here's Thomas Stevens. 0 for 1. With a walk and a strikeout. 320 on the season. And an off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. 320 at the start of the day out of Crowley, Louisiana. And the bottom dropped out of that one. It's 0-2. Whitley not overpowering at all, but changes speeds very well. And the 0-2, high and away. Tried to get him to chase something up around the letters. It was a fastball that missed high. Good plate presence there by Thomas Stevens. 1-2, high and away. That'll even it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, nobody on, and the bottom half of the fifth. 5-3 Andale. That is bounced to short. Keyline up with it over to first. That'll do it. Aviators go in order, and we've played 5. Our score remains 5-3 Andale. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people.
And welcome back. Go to the top of the 6th. Our score remains Andale 5 and the Aviators 3. Smitch out for inning number 2. He was able to get the Warhawks in order, courtesy of a double play ball in the 5th. He'll face 8-9-1. It will be Keyline, Lara, and Deering. Here's Jaeger Keyline. Tough out today. He's 2 for 2. An RBI and a run scored. Shortstop out of Young Harris. First pitch swing, that is to center field. That'll get over the head of Charlie Gordon and be up against the wall. And around second. And the throw to third, not in time. Keyline hesitated a little bit around second. But into third base with a leadoff triple. He's 3 for 3.
Now batting number 31, R.J. Lara.
8th hit of the night for the Warhawks. And again, the bottom third of the order doing a job. Here's R.J. Lara. Oh for 1 with a sacrifice in the 4th. Steps in from the left side. 159 on the season. And that's right down the middle for a called strike. Eight hits for Andale, 4 for the Aviators. Our score 5-3. Keyline at third base with nobody out. Smothered nicely by Ridge Stevens. Count goes to 1-1. Andale swinging a little better than the last week, hitting .255. That's a check swing. He goes. And it's 1-2. That ball was up around the letters. Tough to lay off of. One and two. Infield is in. And the pitch. That is to right field. Candor right there. He will haul it in. And the throw home, not in time. And Keyline will score, and that makes it 6-3.
Now batting number 8, Ryan Deering.
One away, top of the order. Here is Ryan Deering. Was hit by a pitch last time up in the 4th and scored. He was part of that big 5-run 4th inning for the Warhawks. 0 for 2 tonight out of Columbia Basin. Takes a hack at the first one and swings it and fouls it straight back. And the 0-1. Off-speed pitch just missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Andale has hit the Haysville pitching hard tonight. 1-1 in the dirt. That is blocked by the umpire. He's going to take a step, think about it. That missed everybody but the blue. That was one of them 58-footers that hit in front of the plate. Stevens did everything he could to block it. Stevens out to talk to his pitcher, give the umpire a little bit of time to figure out who he is and where he's at. If you just joined us, the Aviators are the East Division champions. They will play the Cheney Diamond Dogs on Monday night. They will play a best 2 of 3 starting Monday night at 10 o'clock. 2-1. That is caught by Stevens, lays out, gets up, flips to Smitch. And they're 2 away. Good play all around. Boy, Stevens went a long way to get it, laid out, and they're 2 away. Championship Series can be heard on KGSO. That is AM 1410. Here is Blaine Wood. That is into center. Charlie coming hard and will haul it in at the shoe tops. And that'll do it. Andale gets 1. We've played 5.5. Our new score 6-3. Andale. We'll be right back.
Neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the sixth. Our new score, Andale 6, Haysville 3. So some work to do. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Haysville. It'll be Gordon, Reynoso, and Candor. Andale going to go to the bullpen. They will call on a right-hander, number 22, Josh Mitchell. This will be his 11th appearance of the season. 90% of them out of the bullpen. He has one start. 15 and 2/3 innings of work, 22 hits, 29 runs, and 20 walks, 15 strikeouts, and an ERA of 11.49. First pitch to Gordon is inside, and so is the second. So Gordon ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Home half of the sixth, 6-3 Andale. That's outside, 3-0. Charlie 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout out of Alvin, Texas. That's high. And Charlie is aboard with nobody out. And he does run well. Here's Dejan Reynoso. Couple of stolen bases on the year for Charlie. He has been caught 4 times, though. Pretty good lead over there. Reynoso, 1 for 2. And takes a big hack at the first one. Reynoso out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. Throw over. And Charlie's back in there head first. And we'll need to do laundry. Reynoso singled and drove in a run in the first. That's inside. Struck out in the third. 3:24 at the start of the day. Throw back over. A little closer. Mitchell takes over for Garrett Whitley, who went 5 strong innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. Runner goes, and that's fouled down our way. Ball and 2 strikes. Aiden Browser out of the dugout to fetch that one. And by the way, if his folks are listening, he did love the fungo and was very surprised. Ball and 2 strikes. Throw back over. Mitchell has pretty good pickoff move. Here's the 1-2. And the runner goes. That's in the dirt. And Charlie will be down to second base. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base, nobody out. 6-3 Andale. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Reynoso at the plate. That is bounced back to the pitcher, and they got Charlie hung up, and he will be thrown out at third base. So a base running blunder there for the Aviators, and there's one away.
14, Keaton Kander.
One of those situations where got to make sure that ball gets through. Not exactly going on contact off second base. So Reynoso aboard on the fielder's choice. There's one away. Here's Keaton Kandor. 0 for 2 with a strikeout out of Merrill, Iowa. Takes a pitch right down the middle for a strike. Sun just beginning to go below the horizon. Still a warm night, but much more bearable. 0-1. Kandor way out in front of that one. Gets away from the catcher, Williams. Reynoso down to second base. Not sure how they will score that. I would say pass ball. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second base now. Off-speed pitch. And caught cleanly by the catcher, Williams. They throw over to first base anyway. But Williams caught it. And they're 2 away. First strikeout of the ball game for Josh Mitchell.
Now batting number 32, Jake Schaefer.
With 2 down, here's Jake Schaefer. Doubled and scored in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Coach Spongeburg out of the third base box to talk to the home plate umpire. Keaton Kandor still sitting there. Only thing I can think of would be catcher interference. Looks like the base umpire coming in to join the discussion. As I was saying earlier, the championship series begins at 10 o'clock on Monday night at X Stadium. Those games will be on AM 1410 KGSO. And if you have the radio.com app, you can listen to that wherever you are. So now it appears that Kandor is back in there. And now the other manager out to talk about it. I'm not sure exactly what that could have been. Well, the thought is, well, it hit the ground. Well, as long as the catcher caught it cleanly, and they did throw to first. They did complete the out. Kandor was out of the box and running, although he still had his bat. So he is back at home plate. So it looks like they're going to call it a foul ball. I didn't hear a thing. That's why, boys and girls, you don't ever do your scorebook in ink. I like to live on the edge. Count 1 and 2. That's low. So just 1 away now. Reynoso down at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Kandor. So 2 outs. That's kind of what it sounded like last time. So with 2 away, here's Jake Schaefer. Doubled and scored in the 4th. He will step in from the right side out of La Crescenta, California. Runner at second base, 2 away. Off-speed pitch is way out. Ball 1. Very difficult time to pick up the baseball. Sun just now below the horizon. And the lights still not taking full effect. 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Mitchell. 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th. That's outside. Mitchell reached back for a little bit extra. and it's 2-1. Mitchell, the second pitcher of the night for Andale. That's an off-speed pitch. Right down the middle, 2-2. Whitley started it and went 5 innings and gave up 3 runs. That's in the dirt, blocked nicely by the umpire. Throw down to third is high. Bonnell had to go up and get it. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the umpire has given the Aviator dugout a warning. He's going to write it up. I don't know whether those write-ups have to be a full paragraph. And if so, how much punctuation? Just in case there might be an English teacher listening. Quite a bit of writing there. I'm not sure what was going on, but so anyway, Aviators have been issued a warning. And the count 3-2, 2 away. Runner at third base. That is Reynoso. That is popped to right field. Wood coming in near the line. Will haul it in. And the Haysville Aviators will strand a runner. We have played 6. Our score 6-3. Andale will be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we go to the 7th. 3, 4, and 5 for Andale. They lead at 6-3. Smitch out for inning number 2.
Your attention please. Pitch hitting for Andover, number 23, Tanner Buckley.
Looks like it'll be Buckley. Will hit for Maddox here in the 7th. Buckley will step in from the left side. Buckley 250 on the season, 52 at-bats, so a pretty good season for him and good numbers. First look at Schmitch in there for a strike. And that is fouled back. 0-2 now to Buckley. Buckley will be in the designated hitter spot for Maddox. Off-speed pitch swung through and missed. Smothered by Stevens. He will step out, throw a dart down to first, and Buckley is retired.
Your attention please. Pinch hitting for number 14, Devin Garner.
So another pinch hitter. It will be Devin Garner. Will hit for Williams. Garner, a right-handed hitter. And he takes a strike. That's high and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Garner. .213 on the season and 47 at bats. 10 hits on the season. And that is high. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch number 26 coming for Schmitch. That is fisted. Stevens up with it. He will flip to Schmitch. And that is perfect. They're 2 away. Any spring training coach in the big leagues would be very happy with that.
Attention, please. Now batting for Andale, number 3, Ethan White.
So Ethan White will hit for Austin Bonnell. So it looks like they are emptying the benches. 162 and 68 at bats for the season for Ethan White. He will hit for Bonnell. Some guys getting loose for the Aviators, so we'll probably see some wholesale changes for them in the bottom half of the 7th. First pitch to White inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 away, nobody on. Top of 7, 6-3 Andale. Wind appears to be blowing more out of the southeast. That is from right field to left field. 2-0. That is high. 3 balls and no strikes. Looks like Tooley has a bat. He is getting loose for the Aviators. 3-0. That's upstairs, so a 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter Bonnell. And with 2 away, he is aboard.
Now batting number 29, Chris Cornish.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Chris Cornish. 1 for 2 tonight with a walk and a run scored, doubled in the 2nd. Out of Tuscaloosa University. And he takes a pitch low. No activity in either pin. Ball and no strikes, 2 away. And we're in the top of the 7th. That is into center field. Charlie back and to his right. Will run it down. Wow. And that'll do it for Andale. They'll strand 1. We played 6.5. 6-3 Andale. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 7th. Stretch time at Haysville. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. It'll be Hellberg, Stevens, and Robinson. Andale is going to the bullpen. They will bring in a right-hander, number 2, Seth Bugner. This will be his second appearance of the season. Only 1 1/3 innings of work, giving up a couple of hits, 4 runs, all earned. He has walked 3 and has yet to strike out a man this summer. So Bugner, now a right-hander, will be the third arm of the night. Mitchell pitched a scoreless 6th. And the 1-0 swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Hellberg 1 for 2. He's out of Paris, Texas. Singled in the second. 182 at the start of the day. And the pitch, that is bouncer to Beiswanger. He boots it. And by the time he gets it over to first, Berg is aboard. So that will be an error. That was one of those 11 hoppers that played Beiswanger. Here's Ridge Stevens. Hitless today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second and bounced out in the fourth. Pretty good lead over there by Berg. And the pitch. That's a fastball right in there at the knees, and it's 0-1. So the games at X Stadium, the championship series, will not be streamed on YouTube or Facebook. That is batted foul. The only way you can do it, you can listen to it on KGSO. Download that radio.com app, and you will be in business. No balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Drew Hellberg over at first base, 6-3 Andale. That is outside. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch way upstairs and hit him. So an off-speed pitch gets away from Bugner. And 2 men aboard.
Now batting number 2, Chris Robinson.
That'll bring up Chris Robinson. He took over for Sperling after he come up a little lame running to first. Bunted. That is a good one down to the third baseman. That would be Bonnell up with it. Over to first in time. The sacrifice is successful. And it's second and third with just 1 out. Here's Owen Stauffer. 1 for 2 tonight, a run scored. Couple stolen bases. Had a good night. Second baseman's out of Orville, Ohio. He will step in with runners at second and third. Base hit would be much appreciated at this point. That is fisted. Popped up. Nobody can get there. Just in between first and home. Didn't get very high, not any more than about 15 feet. No balls and a strike, 1 away. Hellberg led it off, reached on an error. And Stevens wore 1. And Robinson with a successful sacrifice. That is into left field. Fair. That will be in there. 2 runs will score. The throw is cut off. And Stauffer with a couple of RBIs. And that's his second base hit of the ball game. He's into second base because the cutoff man was missed. And it's 6-5. Aviators with the tying run at second base with 1 away. Here's the top of the order, Thomas Stevens, hitless tonight. He is due, and the runner goes. And the pitch gets away from Williams. That Stauffer had it stolen. That's his third stolen base of the night. So Stauffer tearing up the base paths tonight. When he gets his chance to play, he makes the use of it. And a 1-0. That's just inside. Last time we were on, the Aviators stole home to walk it off. Looks like going to be a coach out of the dugout. Looks like that is the Andale coach. He will come out to talk about it. What is it, July the 18th, Chris? 18th of July. How about a little this day in baseball history just for giggles? We can figure it out what day it is. We'll be in good shape. Let's see what we can find. Here's a good one. Back in 1999 on this date, on Yogi Berra Day at Yankee Stadium, prior to the game, Don Larson throws the ceremonial first pitch to Berra, commemorating Larson's World Series perfecto in 1956, which Berra caught. And David Cohn follows by throwing a perfect game of his own, handcuffing the Expos 6-0. So there's your this day in baseball history on the 18th of July, 1999. A couple of pitches into it to Stevens, 3-1 now. That is bounce foul, just out of the reach of Coach Spongeberg. And dugout giving him the business. 3-2. Stevens 320 at the start of the day. He's out of Crowley, Louisiana. Been absolutely red hot. Hit .571 in the last week. 3 doubles, a couple of bombs, and 5 RBIs. That's in the dirt. And with 1 away, Stevens draws the walk, and it's 1st and 3rd. Home half of the 7th. Aviators have gotten 2 here in the frame. 6-5 now, Andale. Here's Charlie Gordon. 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a couple of stolen bases. Out of Alvin, Texas. 229 at the start of the day. It's in there for a strike, showed bunt, and pulled it back. 0-1. Home of Nolan Ryan. Probably live right next to each other, and nobody's told me. No balls and a strike. Bounce through the hole on the left side. 1 run will score, and we're tied. And Stevens around 2nd into 3rd. Good base running. And Charlie with an RBI, and we're tied.
Now batting number 25, Dejan Reynoso.
All tied at 6. Here's Dejan Reynoso. 1 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. Looks like that is going to be all for Seth Bugner. Coach is out of the dugout. Talk a little bit about next week. Again, your Aviators are East Division champs. They will take on the West Division champs. That is the Cheney Diamond Dogs. That best of 3 series will begin Monday night at X Stadium at 10 o'clock. That game can be heard on KGSO. You'll need the radio.com app if you're not in the area. On Tuesday, Game 2 will be at 7:30. And the Game 3, if needed, will be following that one. So we will crown a Sunflower Collegiate League champion, hopefully, by Tuesday evening. Now, with the division win, both teams will advance to championship week of the NBC tournament that starts July the 27th. So they will have that first week off The wild card games that take place on Monday night before the Aviators and Cheney play will determine admission to the first week of the NBC World Series. But both Cheney and Haysville will have the first week off. Get the pitchers all rested up, get everybody's hypnosis sessions in, and we'll be ready to go. So the NBC tournament will be at X Stadium beginning July the 27th. There'll be 4 ball games a day. Every game will be streamed live on YouTube. And the NBC has their own YouTube channel, so it will not be on the Aviators channel. It'll be on the NBC channel. So that's where you'll find them. I will be calling the 4 o'clock game every day except for 3. And then I'll be calling the 7 o'clock game on radio. So I may or may not have the Aviators. So you'll need to tune in nonetheless. So it looks like Andale will go with a right-hander. First and third. Throw over to first. Looks like that is number 5. That will be Santiago Hungria. Hungria, a right-hander. He will take over, be the 4th arm of the night. Shows bunt, and Charlie's off with the pitch, and he'll be into second base. So second and third now with just 1 away. 3 runs across in the frame. We've tied it up at 6. So Hungria takes over. He will give you a down low, almost sidearm arm slot, and it's 0-2 now to Dejan Reynoso. Hungria with the sign. Here's the 0-2. That floats inside. 9th appearance of the season, 35 1/3 innings of work, 41 hits, 32 runs, 11 walks, 14 strikeouts, and a 6.88 ERA for Hungria. That is fouled back, 1-2. So Hungria gives up a lot of runs. He's had a lot of work this summer. Six starts on the season. That is swung on. And Reynoso loses his footing. Must be some ice up there or something. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 away, second and third. Home half of the 7th. We're all tied at 6. 8 hits for Andale, 6 for the Aviators. 3 runs for Andale. Infield is in. 3 errors. That is behind him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. Reynoso out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. 3:24 at the start of the day. Infield is drawn in. Outfield is deep and left and center. 2-2. That hit him. So they're loaded. So Reynoso will play that one off the numbers. Here is Keaton Candor. You got to think this guy is due. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Candor, the right fielder tonight, usually in left. He's out of Merrill, Iowa. And the infield is going to go back with 1 out. Deep in the middle, corners are up even. And the 1-0, that's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 1 away. Hellberg, Stevens, and Stauffer have scored here in the 7th, and we're all tied at 6. That is popped up right side. Everybody chasing. Wood coming in, and that will be Beiswanger. He's going out. Runner tags, and is thrown out at the plate. So Candor flies out, and Stevens tries to score from third. Pretty good play for Stevens, I think, because Beiswanger's going the other direction. But nonetheless, the Aviators tie it up. We've played 7. We're all tied at 6. We'll be back.
Money, time, or other good.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
With families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th. Aviators get 3 in the bottom of the 7th, and we're all tied at 6. 7, 8, 9 scheduled for Andale. It will be Thomas Beiswanger, Keyline, and Lara. Beiswanger threw the runner out at home. Good play by him. Pretty gamble on the Aviator side, but I think it was a good one. Beiswanger had to go out and get that ball. He had every bit of his momentum going towards right field and had to throw a perfect strike to home to get Stevens. Well, that ended it. First pitch to Beiswanger, up and away. Ball 1. 1 for 2 today with a walk. And he fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Beiswanger, second baseman out of Dodge City Community College. And is low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Looks like Tyson Kleinfelter getting loose in the Aviator bullpen. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. Smitch out for inning number 3. Actually, this is inning number 4 for Smitch. Took over for Hemphill, who threw the 4th. And it's in there for a call strike. And strikeout number 2. Actually, that's number 3 for Schmitz. And there's 1 away. Yeager Keyline now. Tough out today. 3 for 3, a couple of runs scored. Tripled in the 6th. Couple of runs scored and an RBI. So a good night for Keyline. He needed it. $1.27 at the start of the night. So right on left matchup. Off speed pitch. That's high and away. And it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That is drilled to center, but Charlie Gordon right there, a couple of steps back, and he'll haul it in. So Keyline is retired for the first time tonight, and they're 2 away.
Pinch hitting for Andale, number 4, Noah Wallace.
Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter for Lara. It'll be Noah Wallace. He will step in from the right side. Wallace, 49 at bats. He's hitting 102. 7 hits on the season. And struck out 19 out of the 49. So 2 away. Wallace will hit here in the 8th. First pitch to him inside, ball 1. We're all tied at 6. Top of 8, Andale and Haysville. And a 1-0 in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. This will be Andale's final ball game of the season. Haysville will go on to play Cheney in a best-of-3 championship series beginning Monday night at 10 o'clock at X Stadium. You can hear it on KGSO. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Nice change of place by Schmitz. And it's 1-2. One and two, 2 away, nobody on. That's in the dirt. Pretty good 1-2 pitch there from Schmitz. And it'll run it to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here it is. That's a nice fastball, and Wallace will watch it. And Andale will go in order. We played 7.5. We're all tied at 6. We'll be right back.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 8th. We're all tied at 6. Haysville and Andale, and the season finale here in Haysville. 5, 6, and 7 scheduled for Haysville. Schaefer, Berg, and Stevens. Schaefer 1 for 3 tonight, a double and a run scored in the 4th out of La Crescenta, California. Third baseman tonight, 2:34 at the start of the day. And Hungria out for inning number 2. He will go out of the stretch with nobody on. And a fastball in there at the knees, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch is way outside, and it's 1-1. Kleinfelter getting hot in the Aviator bullpen, anticipating a save opportunity in the 9th. And a 1-1. That's in there for a strike. So Schaefer behind, 1-2. Flew out to right field in the 6th. Here's a 1-2. And kind of a defensive swing. He'll swing through it, and there's one away.
Now batting number 4, Drew Helberg.
Now's the left fielder, Drew Helberg, out of Paris, Texas. Reached on an error in the 7th and scored. He's 1 for 3. Buck 82 on the season. He will step in from the left side. He'll get his first look at Hungria. And the pitch, that's in the dirt. 1-0. Aviators have won 7 of their last 10. And hit 256 in the last week, 273 on the season. That's swung on and missed, a little tardy. And it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. We're in the home half of the 8th, and we're tied at 6. 1-1. That is fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. Ridge Stevens is next. And that has popped up. Third baseman, that will be Bonnell, over into foul ground. We'll haul it in. And they're 2 away.
Now batting number 27, Ridge Stevens.
Here's the catcher, Ridge Stevens. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the 7th. The Aviators got 3 in the 7th to tie it up. Stevens reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Tushka, Oklahoma. Always good to see an Okie. And he takes a hack at the first one and comes up empty. No balls and a strike, 2 away. Oh and 1. That is off the hand, soft liner to the second baseman, Beiswanger, and that'll do it. So the Aviators go in order in the 8th, and we will go to the 9th. We're all tied at 6th. We'll be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. We go to the 9th. Issue still in doubt. And we're tied at 6. Top of the order for Andale. It will be 1, 2, and 3. Deering, Wood, and Buckley scheduled. Here is Ryan Deering, Columbia Basin. He is hitless tonight. 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Schmitch out for inning number 5. And the first pitch is high and away, ball 1. And the 1-0, that is popped foul. That'll even it up 1-1. Scores from around the area. Great Bend and Derby are tied at 5. Sluggers are leading Newton 4-3. Those games late. Started the same time we did. And the 1-1, nice change of pace from Schmitch. And it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, and nobody out. Top of the 9th, nobody on. Tied at 6. Off-speed pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. During the leadoff man, left fielder tonight, 283 at the start of the day. And a 2-2. That is just missed inside. Boy, that was a pretty pitch right at the knees. Schmitz didn't miss by much. It's 3-2. Three balls and two strikes. Here's the payoff. That is popped foul down our way, just over our head. Just, if I had 15-foot arms, I could have hauled that one in. Probably would have fell over on the chair and fell off the perch. Had missed the first 2 months of school. Probably best. 3-2, here it is. Swung on and missed, and he got him. Nice fastball from Schmitz. And there's one away.
Now batting number 20, Blaine Wood.
Fifth strikeout of the ball game for Schmitz. So bring up Blaine Wood. 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. 258 at the start of the day. Nice numbers. Off-speed pitch outside, ball one. Wood, the right fielder out of Doane University. One 0. Good fastball at the knees. 1-1. Woods had a nice week. Hit .474 with 9 hits in the last 7 days and a couple stolen base. Andale 5-28 overall, and they have lost 7 of their last 10. 2 balls and a strike now to Wood. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Pretty good location from Schmitz, and it's 2-2. Burstra started it through 3 scoreless. Luke Hempel will give up 5 in the 4th, and Schmitz has been in, just giving up 1 run in the last 5, or 4 and a third. Count goes to full. Three-two, just missed low. Boy, tough pitch to take, but Wood will draw the walk. And he's aboard with 1 away. This will bring up Buckley in his only other plate appearance. Actually, that's a new pinch hitter. That will be Kuntz. So Brody Cates will pinch hit here for Buckley. Good numbers, 276 on the season. Only 29 at bats. He has 8 hits. Kleinfelter continues to loosen in the bullpen. Here is Cates. The throw over to first gets away from the first baseman Stevens. Around second. And Wood will be into third base with 1 away. So a throwing error by the pitcher Schmitz. And with 1 away, Coach Spongeberg is out of the dugout, and that'll be all for Schmitz. And they will go to Kleinfelter. So the right-hander Kleinfelter will take over for Schmitz. Pretty good outing there for Schmitz. That runner at third base will be his responsibility. So it'll be Kleinfelter. This will be his 8th appearance, all in relief, 9 innings of work.
Please, now pitching for the Aviators from Concordia University at Ann Arbor, number 23, Tyson Kleinfelter.
So Kleinfelter's given up 9 hits, 8 runs, only 2 of which were earned, 6 walks and 12 strikeouts. He's 0-1 on the year. Very stingy ERA of 2.00. So With one out, Kleinfelter will inherit a base runner at third base. Recapping the top of the ninth, Ryan Deering led it off and struck out. Blaine Wood drew a walk and moved all the way around to third base on a pickoff attempt that gets away from first baseman, and he's all the way over to third. So Cates will come up, hitting .276. So it'll be Tyson Kleinfelter. He could be the winner if he gets out of this thing. And the Aviators get a run in the bottom. Don't forget the NBC tournament begins July the 27th. Games 1, 3:30, 7:30, and 10 o'clock. All games will be streamed on the NBC YouTube channel. So subscribe to the NBC YouTube channel and you will see all of the games. I will call the 4 o'clock game every day. If it happens to be the Aviators, you will get me. If not, you might get somebody else. But you will be able to see video of every ball game. So Kleinfelter is ready to go. It will be Cates. He will step in from the left side, so it'll be right on left matchup. So Brody Cates now. Runner at third. The infield is drawn in. We're tied at 6, 1 away. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. Smothered nicely by Stevens. And it's 1-0. Kleinfelter with 5 saves on the season. That is just missed inside. Not by much. And it's 3-0. Kleinfelter did inherit a 1-ball count. Kleinfelter going to run through the signs again. Stevens obliged. And he'll step off and start over. 3 balls, no strikes to Brody Cates, pinch hitting for Buckley. Maddox started the game, then Buckley, now Cates here in the DH position. That's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Nice velocity there from Klein. Wind is freshening a bit out of the south. 3-1, 1 away, and a runner at third. Infield in. That's in there for a strike. Good location from Kleinfelter. Not a thing that Cates was going to do with that. So after being down 3-0, it's 3-2. Pitch. That is bounced foul, just a bit tardy. That was over the Aviators dugout. So Cates still alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Still a pretty good crowd on hand of Aviator folks. 3-2. That is bounced to the shortstop. Throw home. Tag applied. And they're 2 away. So a base running boo-boo by Andale. I can't believe the contact play would be on there, but perhaps it was. And they're 2 away. So Wood is erased. Here's Garner. He is 0 for 1. And the pitch. Hit fastball in there at the belt. And it's 0-1. Aviators will have 8, 9, and 1 up in the bottom of the ninth. That is popped up. That's a mile high. Not sure who it's going to be. It looks like there was contact between the base runner and Stevens. Stevens called it, and there's going to be a significant discussion there. So it looks like the first baseman, Stevens, and the base runner, that would be Garner, collided while the ball was in the air. I think, if I am not mistaken, the fielder has the opportunity to field the baseball. So it looks like that will land in fair territory. And Spongeburg back to the dugout. Seems to be, for the most part, satisfied. Tough break there from the Aviators.
Now batting number 3, Ethan White.
And Buckley all the way around to third. Here's Ethan White with 2 away. Looks like they're going to, not sure how they're going to score that. I think that's probably going to be a base hit. Stevens was camped. He was set to make the play, and they ran smack dab into each other. Neither one of them saw the other. Garner, I think, probably had the opportunity to avoid the run, to avoid the fielder, but anyway, 2 away. Here's White. White came in the 7th and walked. Aviator catcher out to talk to his pitcher briefly. That would be Stevens. Kleinfelter trying to get out of it. Already had a runner at third base with 1 out. We threw him out at home. Schaefer up even at third base. And they're deep in the middle. First and third for Andale. Top of the 9th. We're all tied at 6 and 2 away. White in for Austin Bonnell in the 7th. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a 2-0. That's right down the middle at the belt, and 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 away. Kleinfelter with a sign. Pretty good lead over there by Garner. First and third. And that's just a bit high. And it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike, first and third. Kleinfelter not wanting to load him up. 3-1. That's in there at the knees. Good location on the outside corner. It goes to 3-2. So Garner at first base will be off with the pitch. Everybody grabbing some range. Infield is back. Outfield is deep. Kleinfelter with the sign. Time is called. Hitter's ready, Kleinfelter's ready with the sign. Here it is. Runner goes. Swung on and missed and got him. So Kleinfelter gets out of it, and Andale leaves a couple. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied at 6. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages. In a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the ninth. We're all tied at 6. Hungria will continue to work for Andale. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Aviators. It will be Robinson, Stouffer, and Stevens. Aviators need one to walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth. And the first pitch to Robinson shows bunt, takes a strike. Robinson 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. That is popped up. Looks like that'll be the second baseman, Beiswanger. He will haul it in. And Robinson is retired.
Batting number 35, Owen Stauffer.
Here's Owen Stauffer. Good night tonight, 2 for 3, a couple of runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and 2 ribbies. First pitch to him is fisted foul down the right side. 0-1. Thomas Stevens is next. Aviators trying to walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth. We're all tied at 6. That is foul straight back. And Stauffer in the hole 0-2. Fourth pitcher of the night for Andale. And the Aviators have used 4 also. 0-2 to Stauffer out of Warville, Ohio. Hungria with the sign and the delivery. That's in the dirt. Good take there by Stauffer. One, two. That is popped foul, so Stauffer stays alive. Couple of runs scored tonight. He's been very aggressive and successful on the base paths. Base hit in the 3rd and the 7th. Here's a 1-2. That's outside. 2-2, 1 away, nobody on. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. And Stauffer will take a seat, and they're 2 away.
Now batting number 10, Thomas Stevens.
Top of the order with 2 away. Here's Thomas Stevens. Stevens over 2, a couple of walks. First pitch to him, down and away. And it's 1-0. Aviators trying to go to 22 and 12. on the season. East Division champs. 1-0. Swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Last game of the regular season for both clubs. Andale will be done. Haysville will move on. That's swung on and missed. Pretty good velocity out of Hungria. And it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away. We're in the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied at 6. Stevens does have some power. Had a couple of home runs in the last week. That is swung on, foul straight back, so a good battle at the plate by Thomas Stevens. 3:20 at the start of the day. Count remains 2-2, nobody on. And 2 away. And the pitch is high, 3-2 now. Charlie Gordon would be next. Three-two is wide, and he'll walk him. So a 2-out walk to Thomas Stevens. And the winning run now at first base. That'll bring up Charlie Gordon. One for due, a couple of walks, a couple stolen bases, a run scored, and an RBI. A good day for Charlie out of Alvin, Texas. 2:29 at the start of the day. Stevens with a good lead over at first. And the pitch. That's high. Hungarian not real quick to the plate. Infield is deep, outfield is deep in left and center. Throw over, and Stevens was leaning. Just gets back in there. 1-0 to Gordon. And the pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Nice healthy cut. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 away. And a runner at first base. Runner goes. Pitch is down and in. And Stevens will steal it. So the Aviators a base hit away from walking this one off here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 away. 2 balls and a strike now to Charlie Gordon. And the pitch. That is into right field. That'll get down. Runner around third, and the Aviators are going to walk it off. So here are your totals. The Aviators walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. A game-winning hit by Charlie Gordon. And the total, 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Andale. 7 runs, 6 hits for the Aviators. Aviators go to 22-12. And Hungria saddled with the loss. And Kleinfelter will sneak in and get the win. So 5-29 for Andale. They will end the season. We appreciate all their work this summer. So that will do it for us. The Aviators walk it off in the bottom. 5-29 on, or excuse me, 22-12 on the season. And tune in next Monday night on KGSO. You can listen to the championship series with the Cheney Diamond Dogs. For Chris, I'm Todd, signing off one last time. We appreciate you coming in and listening to us this summer. We will see you next summer.
New activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us